Hi, my name's Souki Hildreth, Interior Design Guru at the Ideal Home Show. Why I love it? Well, it's got everything under one roof, from interior design, cooking, gardens, in fact, everything. Dinner parties, the new going out. Staying in is the new going out. All get together, have a nice dinner party, friends, family, special occasions. And what I want to show you are just a few ideas. Now you'll see the Ideal Home has really spoilt me this year with my table. It's covering a multitude of sins, this tablecloth. Don't worry about the table, just look at the ideas. So firstly, a runner. Now it can take up a lot of your budget, a runner, and you want more money for the food that all our wonderful celebrity chefs are going to show you. So get a tea towel, a few tea towels in fact, and sew them together and make yourself a nice runner. Do you know, it only cost me about £4, and you know, as designers, we do like to find a budget saving thing, and the reason is you can spend more money on, you know, everything else, all the pretty things, and it's a good idea just to save a bit of money, and you'll see that looks very effective and looks like an expensive table runner. Now I'm using a tropical theme. It's a big trend we're going to see, lots of bright colours. I know the weather out there is drab, we don't feel very tropical. By the time this table's full of colours, it should cheer us all up a bit, make us feel a little bit more summery. So place settings, you could buy yourself some of these nice raffia sort of rattan mats, just in keeping with our tropical theme, or use some handmade papers, again from places like Paper Chase and arts and crafts shops. The reason I like these is you can throw them away afterwards and you don't have to sort of tidy up too much, just pop them down there. Now you'll notice my table is not all going to be matching. I want to show you lots of different ideas rather than just a matching table, which would be a bit boring. So it's ideas rather than everything being of one style. I'm using some artificial flowers. Again, you can pick these up cheaply now. A little bit of garden wire from DIY stores and just twiddle it around the napkin. And then plates. Now, you'll know a lot of designer plates are being designed now with lots of sort of floral images, but they cost an absolute fortune. And I just think it's nice, again, to find ways of doing your own. Now, I'll pop those down and I'll show you how I did it. Take a plate, and all you're going to do is pop on an image. Now I've used gerberas because it's in keeping with my tropical theme. That was my image, just taken from a gift card, and I photocopied it onto Lasertran. Now if you haven't seen this before, it's available from Home Crafts Direct. You take your image and your Lasertran, 2 photocopiers, and just ask them to copy it straight on to there. Cut it out and pop it in a bowl of water. Now this is as near cooking as I do. This one's been in a bowl of water for about 5 minutes, gas mark 7. I think I'll leave that to the chefs actually. So there you go, take it out and you'll see that the backing just slides away. That's when you know it's ready to use. Slides away and you just place it onto your plate, give it a little smooth. Now you do pop that in your oven for 20 minutes on a medium heat, and what that does is it bakes it and it's safe to eat on. It's safe to wash up with, just don't put it in your dishwasher, but it's perfectly safe and it's what it's designed for. Again, cutlery, you know when you get to the dinner party and you just think, I'm surrounded by cutlery and I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. And we all know the basic principle, work from the outside in, but sometimes you do pick up this cutlery and think, I don't know, is this the right one? Well, give your guests a break, bundle up your cutlery. I've just used a leaf. I've bundled all my cutlery into it, very informal, and tied some raffia, again from arts and crafts shop, tie some raffia around it, and just pop them. You can pop them on the plate, you can pop them to the side. There's really, as you can see, no rules. In fact, I think I'll put that one with that one, like so, and just let the raffia hang over the table. It's a great look as well if you are going to somewhere eat outdoors, al fresco as they say. It's very nice and informal and casual. So centerpieces, I like flowers and bunches of flowers, but I think they're all a bit too much on a dinner table. You know, if we were having dinner now, we wouldn't be able to see each other and talk to each other, and then once the wine's flowing, it's with a bunch of flowers, it all gets just you know, the kind of dinner parties you probably have if they're anything like mine. So get yourself a candlestick holder. Now I've just sprayed this white with some ordinary Plasticoat white spray paint. The kind of thing, again, look in these sort of budget shops and things. I'm not saying go everything cheap, we're just doing a few money-saving ideas so you can spend more on your couches and big items that you might find here today. So pop in some tropical coloured candles, and candlelight is very nice, it's very obvious, it makes your makeup all look much softer, it's just a nice kind kind of lighting. And then I've just twizzled around some beads, the kind of thing you get on your curtains or cushions, things you might save. Just pop them round, drape them round, and it makes a nice centrepiece. Again, a bit more lighting, candles and tea lights. Now these are shells that actually the chefs were using last year. There was a big bucket of them out there. I said, I think I'll take them away, clean them up and use them. What I've done is I've painted them with tester pots. You can also use leftover emulsion or children's paints. Just paint them on, tropical colours, and actually it's worth saving all these kind of things because once you've got one lot, you'll start thinking of all these ideas. That's what I do. People often say to me, you must sit at home thinking of all these makes and things, but once you start, it triggers you to do the next thing, you know. So get your shells, paint them, pop them along the table, and then all you do is pop on some bright tropical tea lights. It just gives it that nice feeling, bright and cheery. Now my table isn't quite big enough, it looks a bit crowded, but I still want to pile loads of ideas on there, so you know, you might just take one or two ideas away. Again, flowers, don't forget, keep them in a single stem in your vases. My tropical lime. Lime's a big colour at the moment, very big accent colours, and all these bright colours. Particularly good if you're doing something like a table, or maybe just one room set. Keep your main colour of your room to a basic palette, and then pop in your bright colours. But colour is back, and it really is here to stay. We've all had enough of minimal and just cream. So don't forget to use your colours. And then a garland, I think. Now this kind of thing, you could put this around the back of the chair, or just drape it across your table. And all I've done, using my garden wire, again, which is from DIY shop. Now, I must say, I do love this idea. I keep saying weddings, but it's a question I get asked a lot. You know, if you've got a wedding and you're doing the reception, and you don't want to spend an absolute fortune on the table dressing, and you walk in and go, well, I've got balloons for all those hundreds of pounds. Something like this, get all the kids round it, keep them occupied for hours. String yourself a nice bridge. You could use pinks, you could use red and gold, whatever you want for your wedding. String them on the table, and it does make a very pretty individual centrepiece on that table. So there we go, pop that on, and then what else have I got? Let's go crazy. Let's put some leaves on. I want that kind of bringing the outdoors in feel. So some skeleton leaves. Again, if you haven't seen these before, arts and craft shops, they're just sort of, they're natural leaves. They've had the flesh kind of burnt off of them, and it leaves this decorative leaf. So pop them on, and do come up and have a look at the end of this demo, and have a closer look at some of the things. Pop those on, and then I think we'll just put some rose petals on here as well. And I think, you know, it's kind of thing, just drape around the chairs, put them on the mantelpiece, whatever really, wherever you want a nice pretty touch. Now, all I need to know is who's coming to my dinner party. Now, a good way to do name settings, because again, I don't like anything too formal and intimidating, is to get some cobbled. You recognise these, don't you, sir? You had big plans for these, feature garden, a path. You know, we all go to the DIY shops and we buy bags of these things. For some reason, it never happens. It never quite happens. Well, keep yourself some, give them a wash, and paint them. Again, I've used tester pots. You could use, again, leftover household emulsion or children's paint. Paint them up, and then we just want to write our names with a big felt tip. So let's have a name. One of you guys, got a name? Peter. Oh, good. I know how to spell that one. Yesterday, I had the names were so long. I was going around the back of the cobbles. Peter. Okay. You can come to dinner, Peter. And let's have someone from this side. Madam, what's your name? Lorraine. 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 Want to get it right for you, Lorraine. Lorraine, you can sit next to Peter. Now you can pop them on the plate or to the side. If you do come into this one, you'll notice it's lavender on the back. That's because later on I'm doing a lavender demonstration. I'll let you into a secret. I didn't have time to paint my cobbles out, so that one's just, you know, a happy accident on the back. But there we go, Lorraine, you can sit there. And all that's really left for me to say is do come up and have a look. And also, it's a nice show today. It's not quite as big as the summer one, but it does mean you can get around more easily and look for all those ideas and bargains and shop till you drop, really. That's what I'll be doing in between the next show. So all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching and give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you.